Hey, what's up, guys? It's Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche here. One of the biggest things that we've always seen is that when you buy a cast net, and you try and come fish from a pier, it's never long enough for you to throw away from the pier. So what we always had to do was save the rope from one cast net to add it on to the new cast net, which is crazy, but that's just the way they are built for guys fishing off a boat or from shore. They're really never targeted for guys fishing off a pier because a lot of piers don't allow cast nets on them. However, the pier that we're on actually does. Now, for me to throw this 7-foot cast net here, to throw it away from the pier, I have to add another rope. Otherwise, it won't hit bottom. It hit the surface and then slowly drag right back to me. I don't know how many of y'all have actually experienced that, but it's quite a big thing for us here because we need to be able to cast away from the pier to catch most of the bait we're looking for. So what I want to do is I'm going to start with undoing their knot, keep their landing rope in place. So now that I've done that, I've already got my other rope set up, and you can tell it's already been knotted. This actually came from the starting point of where they have the cast net. The other end's already looped over for us. So what I want to do is I'm going to go and add it in here, and this is what's crazy how easy it is. A lot of times when you pull this out, it'll be all with the threads showing and everything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a section, and I'm going to basically put my fingernail into it and kind of open it up so that way I can insert my section here. When it's all frayed up like this, take a lighter to it, and then you can slowly squeeze it together and get a nice tip like this. So what you're going to go ahead and do is add in your other rope from your other cast net. And it's pretty easy once you get it in there. What it is you got to find an open section here, and it's really looking in between the braids there, and you kind of use your fingernails to do it. It's easy when if you had a pen or a pencil, because you can stick it in and you can adjust where you want to insert your other cast net rope. So I'm going to squeeze it together like this, and then I'm going to find my section where I can divide it evenly between one of my threads. And once you kind of get it going, it'll insert fairly quickly. And then basically what I'm doing is I'm pushing into it here, and I'm finding the tip and I'm pulling on it. At that point I keep doing it until I get it about 1 foot to 18 inches inserted in over here. And what I'm doing is, you can see I'm towing it in right there. Alright, so right here I've got about 18 inches inserted. Now what I want to do is insert the other side over here. So again, I'm going to squeeze it together. I'm going to find where I want to get it inserted. And what I like to do is keep it as close to the knot as possible, so that way I can insert it in. What I'm doing is I'm finding that center point where I'm not dividing any of the strands, but I'm inserting in between the strands. Sorry if that sounds confusing, but each one of these, like the red and the black on each side, is a strand. What I'm trying to do is find an insert there so I can get it inside. Okay, now that I've got it in, I'm going to continue to squeeze it up, pull down, squeeze up, grab it, pull down. And you're going to do a little, it's only like 1/2 inch to 1 inch at a time, but you'll get it. And see how it has a little gap there? If I don't like that, all I have to do is come to the other side, pull a little more over here, pull the slack toward the center. You see how it's pushing toward there? Creates a little gap. Well, I'm going to come to this side and do the same thing. Pull more gap. See, most guys on YouTube have a problem with the vehicles coming over. Where I'm at, I have a plane flying over. Alright, so now that I've got my center section nice and closed the way I want it to, I'm going to start pulling the slack out to the right and to the left of it. there will create your connection point for your cast net. So now when I'm ready to throw my cast net over, it's long enough to where I can throw away from the pier. So that's going to lead us to our next video of how to easily throw a cast net with a longer rope. Stay tuned.